Rome is known as the Eternal City. It is almost a 3,000-year-old city, having considerable influence on modern art, culture, law, language, engineering and architecture today. The bridges and domes that were created then, have stood the test of time and have never gone out of style. Let us look at the top 15 tourist attractions in Rome. Piazza del Campidoglio is a beautiful square on one of Rome's 7 hills, designed by Michelangelo. It is surrounded by Renaissance palaces, including the Palazzo Senatorio, which is the town hall of the city. The piazza is raised above ground level and is accessible by steps. The baths of Caracalla are the ruins of ancient Rome's public bathhouse, dating back to the 3rd century. The bath complex that cover a lot of ground remind us of how large and powerful ancient Rome was. The site has many signs around to explain what you are looking at. There are virtual glasses that allow you to experience the bygone ancient era. Vatican Museums are Christian and art museums located within the Vatican City. With corridors spanning more than 8 kilometers, it chronicles some of the splendid works of mankind from the past 2,000 years. St. Peter's Square or Piazza San Pietro is a large public square in front of St. Peter's Basilica, in the Vatican City. The square and the basilica are named after St. Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, also considered by some as the first pope. It is a place from where people receive Pope's weekly blessing. The huge place is also known for its artwork and fountains. Constructed by the early 17th century Cardinal Scipione Caffarelli Borghese, the stunning Villa Borghese is surrounded by one of the largest and picturesque public parks in Rome. Piazza di Spagna is one of the most famous squares in Rome. In the middle of the square is Fontana della Barcaccia, one of the earliest creations of the Baroque period, sculpted by Pietro Bernini and his son, the more famous Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Located close to the Spanish Steps, Piazza di Spagna is also known for Column of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Palatine Hill is one of the most ancient parts of Rome. In fact, Rome has its origins on the Palatine. Excavations show that people would live in this area in the 10th century BC. The ruins cover a lot of space. Palatine Hill gives you an idea of how ancient Rome really was as you walk along and take in the beauty of the amazing architecture. Campo de Fiori is a rectangular-shaped square at the south of Piazza Navona. It is an eclectic market square, with farmers and fishmongers coming to sell their produce in the open-air market. There is a monument of the Italian philosopher and poet Giordano Bruno, who was condemned by the Catholic Church and executed at the place where the monument was later erected. Constructed in 1725 by Francesco de Sanctis, Spanish Steps is a monumental stairway of 174 steps, located in the center of Rome. The beautiful square exudes a lively atmosphere with lot of tourists. It's a great place to sit, chill and relax, with plenty of shops, cafes and restaurants nearby. Piazza Navona is a fascinating square dating back to the Baroque period. It is a fantastic place to walk around, watch the beautiful Baroque-style fountains and chilling at cafes and restaurants. This piazza is well worth a visit to see the Fountain of the Four Rivers that stands in the middle with its ornate sculpture. At number 5, we have the Pantheon. This is one of the best preserved ancient buildings. The Pantheon dates back to 113 AD. You can cover Pantheon in the same day, as Piazza Navona and Trevi Fountain, as they are close to the Pantheon. The awe-inspiring structure and dome makes the Pantheon the most copied architecture in the world, but this is the original. The entrance to the Pantheon is free. Did you know that Julius Caesar was killed and cremated in the Roman Forum? History lovers cannot miss Roman Forum. This was the heart of the Roman Empire. This square is surrounded by ancient Roman buildings. This was once a place where elections, victory marches of the kings, criminal trials and gladiator matches were held. Walk through the Roman Forum and time travel to the BC era. St. Peter's Basilica is the largest church in the world and the most celebrated work of Renaissance architecture. Catholic belief says that it is the burial site of St. Peter, the chief of Jesus Christ's apostles. The impressive architecture and the awe-inspiring ambience makes it one of the most visited tourist attractions in Rome. The Trevi Fountain is one of the most loved fountains in the world. Standing 86 feet high and 161.3 feet wide, this Baroque fountain has appeared in many movies including The Roman Holiday, and Sabrina Goes to Rome. Legend says that whoever throws a coin into the pond will return to Rome. The monumental three-tiered Roman amphitheatre Colosseum built in 80 AD is the largest one ever built. Situated on the east side of the Roman Forum, it was used for gladiatorial contests, mock sea battles, executions, dramatized recreations of famous battles, animal hunts and plays. The Colosseum could hold as many as 80,000 spectators. Have you visited Rome, or do you plan to visit it? Let us know in the comments section below.